friend and a baby. I got to feed and rock a baby. So I'm happy. So my friend is pretty close to perfect. And she's surrounded by people who are not capable of giving her love and support. She has some people who are capable, and then there's others who aren't. And it's totally natural and normal to interpret that lack of support or that negativity and put it on yourself. But I just said it has to be enough for you to be loved and supported by me and this person and this person, this person, this person. And the people that you're not getting it from are not capable of it. They don't give it to themselves. They make bad choices. And they think that her life and their life should be the same, even though the choices made by each person are completely different. So I want to talk about equality of outcome versus equality of opportunity. It may sound subtle, but it's completely worlds apart. It's 180 degrees. There's an entitlement in the equality of outcome. There's an entitlement. And there's gratitude in equality of opportunity. So what you're grateful about and you express that gratitude and you relax. Like, I had to live in my car in Florida for a little while, and I was so grateful to have a car. And I had a crappy job, but I was grateful to have that job. And I had a 99-cent movie theater that played movies for 99 cents at midnight. And since I lived in my car, it's hard to go to sleep in your car when you're not really tired. So I had a movie theater. It was 99 cents. And I'd get out of work around 11:30. I'd go to a 99-cent midnight movie with, oh my gosh, well, let's just say the people that go to 99-cent midnight movies are a little different than people who pay full price during the day at a regular time. But all very interesting, and a lot of children's movies and baseball movies make me cry. I learned that, like movies I would never have gone to see. If you build it, they will come. Oh my God. And Angels in the Outfield. Amazing. So anyway, I was grateful to have 99-cent movies. I was grateful I found this lady at Target who would charge me for one egg and give me like 3. I was grateful I lived near the beach and I had a kite I could fly for free. I didn't know how to meditate yet, but this psychic guy is like, come here, come on, get your palm read. I'm like, I don't have any money. He's like, come on in, I'll do it for free. So he read my palm and he ended up telling me stuff that he could never have known. And then he said, you have a stunted inner child inside, and this is what you need to do. And I was like, oh, this guy's out of his mind. He said, you need to sit. He says, you need to sit and hold yourself, hug yourself, and talk to this inner child. And give her love and all this stuff. And I was like, this guy's, this crazy crap. What's he even going on about? So I was like, okay, thanks. I rolled my eyes. And then the next time I was flying my kite on the beach, so I would like run with I had a high wind kite, and I used to run with it. And then I'd stretch my arms way out, and then I'd pull them in really tight, and then I would jump, and I would like fly through the air for, oh my gosh, a bunch of feet. And then I go down the beach like that, and I get I go far down the beach, like miles. And then I'd come back, I'd be exhausted. I'd come back, and I would just kind of look at like how far between my feet leaving and my feet landing. I'd see how far I flew in the air. It would just be fun. But by the time I walked back through the headwind, I would be exhausted. So I sat down one time. I was just sitting and not meditating, because I never meditated, but I was actually meditating. I just didn't know. I was just being poor, thinking about the beach, thinking about the flying. I got my flying licenses and ratings, but I didn't have enough money to leave that part of Florida, so I had to stay there, live in my car. I got a job. I parked in my grandfather's nursing home parking lot, because the lights were always on and people came and went. I just felt safe there, and I had plenty of room to stretch out. One time the guy at work found my underwear. I used to do my laundry. There was this tiny little washing machine, and I used to do my laundry at work. And he's like, whose do you think these might be? And I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, so I sat down. I was exhausted, just totally exhausted. And I'm looking at the water, and I'm sitting down, and it occurs to me, what this guy told me to do, occurs to me. And I'm like, So even though I thought it was weird, I did it. So I hugged myself, and I connected with the age I was when something traumatic happened to me, and I was telling her that, I loved her, and I'm sorry that happened, and, you're valuable or whatever. And I was just going with the flow. I just started doing, and pretty soon actually, I saw her inside me, and she was like smaller than my body goes. So like she was inside, but like there was like a bunch of space between her and where I actually ended. And all of a sudden, she grew and expanded inside my body. And it took my breath away. I was like, I couldn't breathe for like a few seconds. And I just started crying on the beach. It was amazing. And another thing happened. I woke up from sleep, but I was still dreaming. So it was like, it might be called lucid dreaming, but like I hadn't woken up. I just woke up a little bit, but stayed in this dream. And I lived on this street in Florida while I was in flight school. And there was this group of kids in the neighborhood. And they were all ages. I mean, the youngest ones were like 4 years old, maybe, all the way up to probably 12 years old. And some had bikes, some had scooters, and some had nothing. They were just walking. And I just loved them, because the ones on bikes would like walk their bikes, because some kids didn't have bikes, and they all stayed together, all these different ages. There was never any harsh words, there was never any fighting. they just were very cool. And I just loved them. I don't know, you don't know why you love, like, people you don't know, but you just do sometimes. And these kids really, they just warmed my heart because of, I'm not doing it justice, but you had to understand, I was poor, and I watched these kids always all together in this big group, and all different ages, all getting along, all taking care of each other. Okay. And so they were in my dream, and they were hitting themselves, and they were hitting themselves with sticks and beating themselves up, and like not hurting each other, but the oldest boys were coming up to me because I got out of my car and I loose in this dream, but I was actually halfway awake, and I'm running over to them, which I never did. I'm like, stop, what are you doing? Oh my God, you guys, what are you doing? Stop. And the oldest boys were their heads were like hung with shame. They were all black kids. All of them were black kids. And the oldest boys are like handing me sticks and a bat, and they're like, and their heads are hung with shame, and they're like, please hit us with these. Please hit us with these. And I'm like, no. Oh my God. And I was like crying. I'm like, no, I would never hurt you. Why are you doing this? Stop, please stop. Watching them hurt themselves was like almost too much to bear. And then when these boys, the oldest ones, were like, please hit us with these, I was like, I can't even take it anymore. My heart just broke into a million pieces. And I was like, I would never hurt you. I would never do that. Please stop. I was begging them. And they're like, oh God. They were like, then if you're not going to hit us, if you're not going to hurt us, please stop. Please stop doing it to yourself. Please stop beating yourself up, because we can't take it. We can't bear it. We can't watch you do it anymore. And I was like, oh my God. And I just hugged them all, and they just hugged me, and they stopped hitting themselves. They stopped hurting themselves, and they just hugged me and just sent me so much love. And like, I really didn't realize how much I was hurting myself until I watched those black kids in my neighborhood that I never even spoke to. I just looked at and loved, their energy was amazing. And like, when I had that experience, I couldn't believe how much I started to see how I hurt myself with my thoughts, my words against myself, and how much I hated myself. I hated myself so much. Oh my God. I hated myself for, why did I go to flight school? I was a loser. I had no money. I'm living in my car, and I'm like so pathetic, and oh my God, all this stuff. What a loser, blah, blah, blah. Oh. And, it wasn't until years later I took Reiki, and then I started putting things together that, like, your body is 70% water. That figure changes depending on who's telling you, but roughly 70% water. And if you look at Masaru Emoto's work, the hidden messages in water, and what the water molecules look like when the children said love, love, love to it, and what the molecules look like when the children said hate or war, or what it said with gratitude. So it didn't matter what language it was in. The water that was prayed over the water that was sent the energy of love and gratitude and harmony and all that, all have these beautiful six-sided hexagons, amazing crystal shapes, so beautiful. And then the ones with like hate and war are these like a black hole and like bubble looking things, and there's no harmony to it. So when I hated myself so much, I was making whatever the water molecules look like when you say hate to it. I was making 70% of my body look like that. And you know, I'm just really lucky. I gotta tell you, I gotta do a video where I tell you about the peach story. But I'm like the luckiest person alive, and I've wanted to keep all this crap to myself. It's not crap, it's like amazing, but I wanted to keep it all to myself because I don't know who's gonna think like I'm nuts or whatever. But I wonder if I can. Anyway, I really do love my Renegade Yogi group and all the people that understand me. Look at how long my legs are. Oh, it's frozen tundra. Anyway, I guess that's really all I have to say. Life is beautiful. And if you need everyone to tell you that you're beautiful and you're smart and you're fun and you're perfect, you're going to be waiting a long time. Because there's not a lot of people that can give it to themselves, let alone give it to you, you know? And you can't wait for other people to recognize your value and your worth. Oh my God, look at my babies. Hi, babies. So good, babies. Hi, lovies. Hi. You got to get your own goats. You got to get your own dogs. Look at them. I love you guys. You got to love yourself now. You have to be on your own side now. You don't need someone else. You don't need anyone else to tell you you're amazing. You know? Tell yourself you're amazing. You're asking too much from people who don't have the ability. Okay? So give yourself what you need. And I had this there's the rooster. He's so mean to my dad. There's the babies. You don't need anyone else. My old chiropractor had she's not old, she's beautiful and young. She said other people are meant to like disappoint you. Okay, good. Got water. Babies. Let's check her eggs. So that you see you don't need them to validate you. You can do it yourselves. I'll let you let the chickens away. Okay. Hi, guys. Right. Hold on. Hi. Thank you. Thank you, girls. Thank you, girls. Okay. Good night, ladies. Good night, little ladies. You don't need anyone else. Okay? You are enough. You on your own side is enough. It's enough. Okay? We all want everyone to say, oh my God, everything you're doing is amazing. Oh my God, you're like the funniest person. Everybody wants that, you know? It's not reasonable. It's not reasonable to demand it or ask it of people who are incapable of it. They're not doing it for themselves. They can't do it for you. So don't wait. Love yourself now. And love your life now. Look at the trees. Love yourself now. Love your life now. Your life and yourself are interchangeable. You are all you need. You're all you need, and everything that's inside you is all you need. You know, and if you believe in God or the universe, spirit or whatever, you know, we'll provide whatever you actually need. Like I'm good at like talking to dead people. I'm good at healing, and I'm really bad at some stuff. And then I get this husband that's great at all the stuff I'm bad at. And then you can do it. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with your life. Raise your vibration. And then let other people see what that looks like. And then they can choose it for themselves. Oh, it's so warm. All right? And I love you. I love you. And I'm on your side. But I've suffered. You don't get to be this cool, fun, and loving without suffering, you know? So don't take suffering away from other people. Let their soul, give them the experience. I have a million stories. I love you. Have a great night. I love you, my renegade yogis. I'm grateful for you. Love yourself. Love your life. Good night.